The ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships are brought to you by the Province of Ontario, the Government of Canada, and Tourism Niagara.
Next up is race 34, semi-final number 2 of the C1 Junior Men 1,000 meters.
And your lane assignments: in lane number 1 from India is Kumar Shah, lane 2 from Italy, David Sestra, lane 3 from Korea, Shengwang Shun, lane 4 from Russia, Timur Tezbekov, lane number 5 from Romania, Valentin Karp, lane 6 from Moldova, Binzaru Dragos, lane 7 from Mexico, Elias Gonzalez, Ecuador's Vicente Gonzalez is in lane 8, and lane number 9 is Marcos Thakasi.
It's going to be a race in this race right in the middle here. Lanes 4 and 5 basically had the exact same time in the heats. One was in heat 2, one was in heat 3. They both did a 4:04.3 roughly, so these are two close athletes. We'll see them probably leading out off the start, followed closely by, I imagine it'll be up at the top of our screen, Italy in lane 2, Black Boat, fighting for 3rd place right now.
Well, keep your eye on the Romanian in lane 5, Valentin Karp. This kid has more to offer, and I'm still thinking that this kid from Great Britain, Marko Sarski, with the black and yellow checkered boat, has something to show.
Yeah, he's a great paddler. I've seen him paddling around the basin. It's hard to miss that boat, and he's got excellent technique, which is the fundamentals. Here we go. Watch the boats in the middle of the race. Watch that red boat in the middle. Lane 5 and lane 6 are very strong. The red boat in lane 6 looking very strong off the start.
Yeah, the Canadian singles is a real fun race to watch, and that's what the initial C stands for. It stands for Canadian, not canoe. Many people don't know that. It's the only Olympic sport to have a country named after it. This is the Canadian singles 1,000 meter event, and I like the way that these paddlers have gone out. The Italian Sestra in lane 2, he's got the white boat and the dark boat, and you can see he's starting to pick up the stroke rate while others are dropping.
Yeah, it's always a funny thing to watch the start of a C1 race. You can really tell when people have finished their start and are beginning the transition into a race pace. Depending on the wind, that transition can be pretty dramatic. But all these athletes are looking good. I really like the style of this Italian paddler, though. Very smooth boat, which I've talked about before. It is so critical to be smooth, solid movement. Right now, it's anybody's race. We're right in the middle of it. Who knows what's going to happen, but I still predict lane 5, the Romanian athlete, and lane 4, Russia.
Take a look at this in lane number 7. It looks like in the white boat, it's the Mexican, Elias Gonzalez. This kid's really gone off firing on all cylinders. A beautiful stroke for this kid as he's trying to power his way into the finish line and get one of those top 3 placings. This kid in lane 7 from Mexico is really trying to keep pace. And on the far outside in the yellow and black checkered boat is the Englishman, Marcos Thakasi. I knew he had it in him.
Yeah, and it looks like the Russian in lane 4 is winning. He's got a nice big, typical Russian stroke, big catch, big exit, looking comfortable. He's liking this win for sure. It suits his paddling style. Right next to him, though, as predicted, is the Romanian athlete, Valentin Karp. These two athletes are out a little bit on the rest of the field. Nice long strokes. Both of them look fairly relaxed, but could happen like it did to that poor Belarusian athlete in the last race, where you go it a little too hard, you don't predict, you don't guess how long it actually is going to be. It's a very fine thing, racing. It's very hard to gauge how much you can actually give out at the start. Coming up to the 500-meter mark, it is lane 4 by about a meter over lane 5. The blue boat winning, the black boat in 2nd, and the checkered boat from Great Britain sitting in 3rd, but racing with the Italian at the top of your screen in the black boat. Looks like he's giving a look over to make sure he's in 3rd to see that he's vying for that position. Here's a great shot of our two leaders. Slightly different techniques. The Russian tends to dip down a little bit lower, much more of a full body, a longer, harder stroke. But the Romanian here, we can see a little more upright, a faster, higher stroke rate. It's a very typical strokes coming from those two countries. The Russians still ahead by about a meter. This race is going to be for 3rd place. It looks like the British athlete in the checkered boat at the bottom of your screen is looking good for 3rd right now. Still a long way to go for these guys, about another minute, minute 10 even. So it's still a challenge, it's still a race, but they look pretty solid to me.
The British athlete's got a much slower stroke rate. If this kid makes it through to the finals, pay attention to him. If he picks up his stroke rate, he's got a very long reach. He can move more water with a longer reach, but the trick is to get that stroke through the water quicker. But like you said, Tom, in lane number 4, the Russian, Tabakov, is really starting to pour it on now.
Yeah, he's a very good, very strong paddler. You want to have your boat as smooth as possible. You don't often see athletes of this caliber with bouncy boats. And so we're not going to see it here, I don't think. But at the 200-meter mark, watch the Russian. He just picked it up. He's got about a boat over the Romanian in lane 5. These two athletes have maybe 3 or 4 boats on the rest of the field. It is a tight race for third, though, and that's going to be the race that counts. We know that it's top 3 that go to the A final, 4 to 7 to the B final. You want to get into that A final because that's where anything can happen. Here's a great head-on shot of the two athletes. See the angle on that Russian boat? There is a wind coming across from the right that's causing him to have to angle a little bit towards the right to counteract the wind. It's difficult, it's hard conditions out there, but these athletes train for it, and that's what racing is outside.
And look at the Italian in lane 2. David Sestra starting to really pick it up in the black boat. He's moving, he's catching everyone. He's going to try and reel it in for second. This is going to be really tight.
Yeah, here's a tight finish. We're coming into about the last 50 meters, a little bit less. The Russian is comfortably in first. The Romanian is comfortably in second. It is a fight for third, a fight for the final. It looks like the Italian Sestra will get third. The British athlete in lane 9 is going to come in a close fourth, but it is Sestra in lane 2, black boat, with the third spot. He is advancing into the final later on this week.